Welcome to Hic Sunt Draconis. Here be dragons. So, today I'm talking about UAPs and UFOs. They are the same thing. Unidentified flying objects or unidentified aerial phenomena. I like the term UAP better, but regardless, they both mean that we have no idea what we are seeing. Yet, for some reason, most people take these terms to mean aliens. And really, no offense, but that idea is just ridiculous, and we will find out why in a little bit. I hear a lot of people asking why scientists aren't jumping all over the UAP thing. The government said they are real, so why is the scientific community being quiet? Well, this isn't really anything new, and I will explain why scientists aren't all that excited over UAPs in the term of aliens in a bit. However, the government acknowledged that we do have instances of seeing things that we can't explain. But in the past, due to the association with aliens, it wasn't really kosher to just go around and announce that you saw a UFO to everyone, especially if you were a more respected individual in the military. But this presents an issue. What if an enemy does happen to be testing some new tech that we haven't seen before? We need to know about that. So rather than people keeping it quiet, it's important to the defense of our country that they come forward. So that is what's going on with UAPs. The government is saying that yes, we have instances where military personnel have seen things that they can't explain. And for varying reasons, usually a lack of data, we can't establish what is actually going on. We want people to be able to come forward and report strange things so that we can pick up upon any enemy shenanigans that might go too far and actually cause damage before they cause any damage. They aren't saying that UAPs are anything specific or even that one UAP is related to another UAP. They are simply saying UAPs are what the hell is that? Now, aliens. No one is in any way saying that UAPs are alien spaceships. In fact, that idea is really just bonkers once you actually get into the science of how the universe works. In order for aliens to visit us, they first have to find us. At first, you might think it should be pretty easy for aliens to find us, but it isn't. If anything, it's nearly impossible. The universe is big, really, really, really big. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on the entire planet. And I really like that analogy. That alone makes it difficult for one alien species to find another. But the universe has decided to make it even much harder. So, not everyone in the universe can go somewhere else in the universe. We are literally caged into little areas. Those little jails are known as the local group. What is the local group? Well, first we have to understand expansion. The universe is expanding quickly and expanding at a faster and faster rate. As it expands, the planets, star systems, galaxies begin to clump together into little, groups or clumps of matter, thanks to gravity. But why isn't everything clumping together into one giant ball of matter? Welcome to the concept of dark matter, which we are not going to get into today at all. Maybe another day. So, as the universe expands more and more, the clumps get further and further away from each other, and they are doing this at a faster and faster rate. How fast? Well, it gets confusing because these clumps aren't just moving through space. Space itself is expanding, increasing the distance between each clump at a faster rate than the speed of light. But just how fast? Well, astronomers calculate the universe is expanding at an additional 73.3 kilometers per second per megaparsec. To simplify this a bit more, the universe doesn't expand at a particular speed. It expands at a speed per distance. So even with a faster than light engine or drive, it is literally impossible to travel beyond the local group, as it is not only moving away faster than you can travel, but it's also accelerating constantly. It is impossible to ever visit the rest of the universe. This means that instead of having to deal with aliens all over the universe, we only have to worry about aliens from about 30 different galaxies. And if we assume intelligent life is rare, which we are doing as we haven't detected it anywhere, then that makes intelligent life in our local group a lot rarer. Now, even if aliens definitely exist somewhere in the local group, they still have to find us. And in order to find Earth, you have to be able to actually observe the Earth. And since other objects inhabit the universe, such as dust, stars, planets, Teslas, etc., they get in the way. And a lot of star systems are blocked from being able to observe other star systems, such as the solar system, and therefore Earth. So, how many potential star systems are in a position to actually see us? Currently, it's only 82 star systems. Yet, over the last 5,000 years, that does grow, but it is limited to 1,715, which also demonstrates that just because an alien could observe Earth now, it doesn't mean they can do so in 100 years. They have a very limited window to do so. So, how many of those systems could have planets with life? On average, it is starting to seem as though about 20 to 50% of all star systems contain a rocky planet in the habitable zone. That doesn't mean the planets are habitable or that they have life. It simply means they are far enough from the star to have liquid water, if the planet even has water. This cuts that number in half to maybe 700 star systems with a potentially habitable planet that is able to observe Earth at some point in the last 5,000 years. Let's not forget that habitability is just one requirement. Life would have to develop, then last long enough to become multicellular, then not just become intelligent but conscious. They then have to develop technology and stay alive long enough to far surpass our own technology while doing this now. Doing it in the past or in the future is useless. They are visiting now. That cuts it down a lot if you really think about it. Now, most people are going to say, so what if they can't observe us? We have been blasting radio signals out into the universe for 100 years. Any intelligent life can pick that up. Well, yes, we have. As radio signals travel, they degrade and get weaker. So, they travel at a set speed, normally the speed of light, as they are light. They aren't just instantly everywhere. So how many star systems can actually currently detect our radio signals? That is only a whopping 75 star systems. And if we bring our habitability discussion into account, it drops it significantly. This is really only a small overview of how hard it would be for aliens to find a planet that has life, let alone find Earth itself, then have the time and ability to actually start visiting, and for some reason, to be hiding those visits. Yeah, flukes can happen, but seriously, given how slim of a chance it is, does answering, what is that thing in the sky that I can't identify, with intelligent extraterrestrials really make any kind of sense? That's it for now. Don't worry about getting abducted and having things shoved up your butt. Well, at least not by extraterrestrials. In fact, digging into the science and just learning about what else these UAPs or UFOs could be is a lot more fun and interesting than imagining that aliens have visited. In fact, the chances of these UAPs being stealth aircraft containing little green men is a lot more possible by an insane magnitude than being crewed by aliens. And by little green men, I mean Russian soldiers that don't wear identifiable markings. Anyways, have a good day. Bye-bye.